Thank you. Our second speech is by Rob Kanzer, and his evaluator is Rich McDonald, and Rich wrote about the holidays. The holidays are when everyone seems to be extra nice to others. Wouldn't it be nice if we acted like every day was like this holiday season? And the objectives?
Yes, the objectives for Rob. He has three objectives. First, Rob will share a personal health story. Second, he'll support it with information he hopes may be of value to the rest of us. And finally, he's looking for health support groups, if you know of any that you could recommend to him.
Thank you. Yes, you can clap if you want to, but you don't have to. There's always that awkward moment. Do we clap? Do we don't? He kind of came in at the wrong time. He gave a whole speech about timing, and then... My bad.
My bad.
No, my bad. No, my bad. I'm bad. And here's what I'm bad at. You know me as somebody who is spontaneous, funny, deep, disorganized, sometimes rude and outspoken. Loaded with confidence, but a little bit short on content. And what you don't know is when I'm not with you, I feel afraid. There are times in the middle of the night where I don't know if my little upset stomach is cancer or whether it's the upset stomach that everybody has. So here's my story. I'm going to use my bold, over-the-top, outrageous, talking in the moment to force myself to become an expert in my own health. Several years ago, I started to experience a number of health issues that just really caught me by surprise. And I'm just going to say one of them today, and that is functional dyspepsia, aka upset stomach. But I did find out that I had some more serious conditions, including an ulcer on my esophagus, and I was prescribed something that is part of the $25 billion industry called omeprazole. You probably have heard more popular terms like Nexium, the purple pill. These are a class of drugs called proton pump inhibitors. Is anybody taking a proton pump inhibitor right now? Robert, yes, and probably a lot more people that don't want to be put on the spot. So many people are suffering from a variety of these upset stomachs that it has become over-prescribed. Half the people that take proton pump inhibitors are taking it for something that it's not even supposed to be prescribed for. What is my dream come true? Well, my dream come true is to be able to take drugs and eat food in a way that increases my health. However, the more research I do, the more obfuscation I find. I have discovered one website that I want to share with you. It's called nutritionfacts.org. I see Al's nodding his head, maybe in approval or maybe thumbs up. And the reason why we, I suppose, are part of a society that's moving more towards science-based, and I always think of Dinesh when I think of science, is to remove the obfuscation of Madison Avenue that's trying to get you to take a purple pill, and instead get you to notice evidence-based data. So nutritionfacts.org is a not-for-profit organization that I've started to follow. Dr. Michael Greger has taught me a lot. He's taught me that we have acid in our stomach for a reason. It's to break down food. Now, it's great to get relief, and Lord knows I'm glad for medicine for the short term. But for the long term, these drugs have been implicated in a vast array of negative outcomes. Right, Aileen? Yeah?
Yep.
Links to dementia, links to all kinds of things, because yes, it's good to suppress your stomach acid when you're upset for a week or two. But when you suppress through proton pump inhibitors, it also interferes with lots of other functions in your body that are very, very important, including enzymes that keep your arteries functioning well. And that's just one implication. Another implication has to do with dementia. People who take these drugs on a long-term basis, and here again is the obfuscation, because it's hard to prove or disprove, but we see huge correlations. The longer people have been on these drugs, the more their mortality increases, and the more their chronic, debilitating conditions increase. But here's the rub. What am I going to do if I don't take the proton pump inhibitor and I'm upset and have to excuse myself from meetings because I have to go to the bathroom? Well, the corollary or the partner of drugs is food. Food and drugs. So I'm starting to learn a little bit more about two things. And there are hundreds, but we don't have time. But the two things I want to share with you are this. Thing number one, the easiest way to reduce dyspepsia, upset stomach, is to vastly decrease large amounts of food at once, eating too fast, and reducing fatty food. And this is why veganism is so interesting, because it eliminates animal fats. That's a whole conversation for another time. The second thing that I learned this morning on nutritionfacts.org is there's something called amalaki. This is a powdered dried gooseberry that's 100 times cheaper than antacids and has no side effects. I'm looking for support. After today's meeting, if you have had some of these symptoms, if you have stories to tell, both anecdotally or through science, I am hungry, but not too hungry, for information. May we all have good health in this new year. Madam Testimony.
Thank you for sharing that. Our next